All assets and project file are available on my Patreon, the link in the description. First, let's add this black color for the background. Then, add this grid overlay. You can download it on my Patreon. Go to Mask and select Circle. Resize the mask to your liking, or you can follow mine. Increase the feather to smooth the edge. And also decrease the opacity. Now add a picture of the topic that you want to talk about. After that, scale and position it. Let's add another picture. And do the same steps just like the previous one. And make sure that the picture is connected to the topic. So what I'm trying to make here is a timeline of the assassination of John F. Kennedy. But you can also use it for another topic that you want to talk in your documentary video. Now, after you've done positioning all of this picture, let's add some text layer. Then I'm going to position it right here in the middle of these pictures as a title text. For the font style, I'm using a font called Old Newspaper Types. You can download and install it in the link in the description. Now, let's type the title here. Now, let's add a highlighter overlay. You can also download it on my Patreon. To remove the background, you just have to change the blend mode to screen. Now you can position it to wherever you like. I'm going to position it to the main picture. After that, let's add another overlay, which is an arrow. Just like before, we just have to change the blend mode to screen to remove the background. Then position it to point another picture. And make sure that it points based on the chronological order. So, it's going to look like this. Drag the overlay layer forward for the timing, so they will not appear in the same time. Now, let's add another arrow overlay, and use it to point another picture. Actually, you can also do this by duplicating the previous arrow, but here I have a lot of arrow overlay variation, so I'm just going to use them all. Also, you can download them on my Patreon. So, it's going to look like this. Let's add another variation of arrow. Now I'm going to add an oval overlay. Then, position it to the title text. I'm also going to add some arrows to point around the oval. Now, select the title text layer, then duplicate it. I'm going to use this text to show the time of the chronology. Now, you just have to duplicate it to make another time. Now, after it looked like this, we just need to animate all the text. And it's very easy. First, select all the texts layer. Then, go to Animation. And select Type 1 in Animation. Then, change the duration to 1 second for the time text, and for the title text, I'm going to set the duration to 1.5 seconds. Now, let's set the timing of all the text layer. All you have to do is just to make the time text layer align with each arrow overlay layer, which point to the chronological order. So, it's going to look like this. Also, for the timing of the title text layer, we just have to align it with the oval overlay layer. Let's play it from the beginning. First, let's position the playhead at the beginning of the first arrow. Then, select all of the layers and press Ctrl and B to split them. Now select all the split layer, or maybe we should call them as clip 1, and make sure the background layer is not selected. Then, upscale and position it using the transform controller in the frame. Make sure to not control it using the slider. Now, let's move the playhead to the next one. Then split it. Select all the split layers except the background. Then position them. For the second clip, I'm going to make it focus to the first chronology. Now, you just have to do the same step to all of the chronologies. And for the last one, position it to focus on the title text. This one will look great, especially if you add an intense music on the background, which you can download from Epidemic Sound. Epidemic Sound is a complete sound tracking platform designed specifically for creators. Inside, you'll find a massive and ever-growing catalog of high-quality music and sound effects, all created by real artists, composers, and producers from around the world, and everything is restriction-free. That means no copyright claims, no takedowns, and full monetization freedom. As you know, that sound design is one of the most important components in your video. It shapes the mood, builds atmosphere, and adds emotional depth that visuals alone can't deliver. A simple ambient sound, the right piece of music, or a well-placed sound effect can completely transform how your audience feels.
God, any nuclear missile launched from Cuba against any nation in the Western Hemisphere as an attack.
And with Epidemic Sound, it couldn't be easier. All you need to do is type in a mood in the search bar, whether it's epic, mysterious, uplifting, or chill. Epidemic Sound instantly gives you a curated selection of music sound effects that match the exact mood you're looking for. Find a track that almost fits your scene, but you want something with a slightly different vibe. Just click Find Similar, and Epidemic will instantly show you a list of tracks with the same style, mood, or energy. It's a huge time saver and perfect for when you're chasing a specific vibe. You can also download each track in parts, not just as a full song. That means you can separate the instruments, like drums, bass, melody, or vocals, and use only the elements you need. This gives you total flexibility in sound design. If you haven't tried Epidemic Sound yet, this is your sign. Click the link in the description and get 30 days free to explore the full catalog and feel how it will transform your video. So, it's gonna look like this. Now, select all the layers of the first clip. Then compound it. Do the same step to all of the clips. Now, I'm going to add a slight zoom-in effect to each of the layers. Let's start with the first clip. Add keyframe at the first frame. Move the playhead to the last frame. Then upscale it slightly. So, it's gonna look like this. Now, you just have to do the same step to each of the clip. So, it's gonna look like this. Now, let's add a grunge texture overlay and extend it to the whole duration. Change the blend mode to screen. Now, split the texture layer, align with the intersection of each layer. Now I'm going to add a zoom in effect to the texture layer just like we did previously, but make sure that this one is more intense. So, it's going to look like this. Now, let's make this effect to all of the texture layers. Before animating the next texture, you have to scale and reposition the texture layer to a random position, so it will randomize the look of the texture. Then compound the layer to set the anchor point to the center of the frame. And change back the blend mode to screen. And now you can animate it just like we did before. So, it's going to look like this. Now, we've come to the easiest part. Let's add some effects to polish the video. The first effect is called chromatic quirk. Position the layer below the texture layer. You can variate the setting or you can just follow mine. The second effect is called wide angle. Set it to 17%. Now, add a vignette effect using the adjustment layer. Then I'm going to add hazy effect. Set the blurriness to 24. Now, the last effect is called leak 2. So, it's going to look like this. Let's import the music that I already downloaded from Epidemic Sound. This music called There Is No Sequel by Philip Ayres. I downloaded this music in the form of stem format so I can tweak each of the components of the music. So, here's the final result. And that's the video for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I see you in the next tutorial.